What do I think about the LGBTQ community? This is a very talked about issue. I'm not going to say it's very interesting, frankly. I don't think my opinion is going to be very interesting. But since I've got this shirt on, I want to talk about this. I think it's fitting. And I will talk about minorities as a whole and civil rights as a whole. First and foremost, I don't know where I got this t-shirt. I genuinely don't. Why do I have a rainbow t-shirt? Strange. I don't think I bought it from like a section of the shop where there was written pride or any of that stuff. I think it was just a rainbow, but with the rainbow they meant the rainbow that appears after it rains with the sun. This is my opinion, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't remember where I bought this t-shirt from, but I have it. It's comfortable, it's great, I like it. I have this t-shirt in many versions, also in the not gay one. But this is the situation we're looking at. Let's talk about what's my opinion on gays. My political opinion on homosexuality as a whole is this. I believe people should be free to do whatever they want in their bed. If you want to be gay and have sex with men, do it. If you want to be bisexual and have sex with both genders, do it. And if you want to have sex, and if you're a woman and want to have sex with women, so you're lesbian, do it. I am against gayness, and by gayness I mean having sex in public. So I'm against the sort of having sex in public, and by that I mean both heterosexual and homosexual sex. So as long as you're just maybe kissing each other, which is what couples do, mainly heterosexual couples, but sometimes even gay couples, which I haven't seen, frankly, as long as you do that, that's fine. When it comes to parades, I'm not even against parades. The problem I've got with parades is this. I think that parades have become really trash. Because before, they used to be gays and lesbians celebrating the fact that they got their rights. They finally legalized homosexuality, which is something I'm very in favor of. Because I don't think that a sexual orientation should be a crime. Let me be clear about this. So, this is the first point. And I think that those people, and I actually hope that some OGs in the civil rights world comment and tell me if this is true. But my perception from the outside is that we have the guys who J.D. Vance in his Joe Rogan interview labeled as normal gay. He said the normal gay vote, I think we will win the normal gay vote. People who just want to, quote, be left the fuck alone. That's what he said. And by that he meant people who fought for gay rights and just want to have the same rights but not show that they're gay in public. And by that I mean those people don't want to show that they have sex with men. They don't want to have sex with other men in public and be naked with other men in public and display that in front of children. So parades, I think, have really become bad. I think we should stop. We should not allow nudity and people naked in front of children. That shouldn't be allowed. If you want to have a parade, colorful pride parade, it's fine, but you can't all be naked and degenerates. That should be banned, in my opinion. I think you understand what I'm trying to say here. When it comes to transsexuals, this is an interesting issue here. Before I go to transsexual, I'll talk about a Christian position. I am a Christian, so I think homosexuality is a sin. But that doesn't make it a crime. It's a sin, but not a crime. So I hope all gays become straight because I want the world to have more children, and also because in that case you're not being sinful. But that is my Christian position. This is a different position from this is my religious position and idea, and it is different from the political one. Other than that, we also have transsexuals. So we talked about LGB and now there is T. Transsexuals, I think transgenderism is a mental illness. I'll state this very clearly and unapologetically. And by this I mean, if you have problems understanding what your gender is, and if you have problem with the way you identify yourself, there is some mental issue there. And I don't want to be offensive, because I genuinely hope that these people can thrive and be fine again, mentally speaking. But if you have those type of sexual crisis, there is an issue, in my very modest opinion. But I don't hate those people. Let me be clear about this. I don't hate them. I just think there is a mental issue. And they should be helped. We shouldn't let teenagers or very young people transition, especially underage people. Because at 15 you can be fucking stupid. Let's just be honest here. You can have a crisis where for like 6 months you think that you're a man where you're actually a woman. Then it goes away. But if you take puberty blockers and start the whole transition, you get wrecked. Your life is gone, you can't have children, and you regret it. You regret it. I have never heard any person who has decided not to transition regret it, and I have never heard a person who has detransitioned regret it. All the regrets I have heard about were people who said that they regretted transitioning. So this actually proves my point right. I think we should ban gender affirming operations until at least 21. I'd say 21. I could even go a little further and say 25. But especially underage people. So 18, if you are younger than 18, you should not be allowed to take puberty blockers and those sorts of things, because that's really dangerous stuff. Like, come on. When you're a teenager, you're a dickhead. Let's just be real here. Like, I'm a teenager myself, so I can confirm this. But all the people you see around, like, it's normal to do stupid stuff. We can't let teenagers decide to try to transition, because then that's dangerous. And that's why you have people that can't have children. And that's how everything goes. I'm not going to say to hell, but that's where everything goes to shit. That's true. Then when it comes to the other people, so we have addressed LGBT, now there is the Q, I, and all the other letters. We're basically going through the alphabet. And when it comes to those people, well, that's a mental illness. Like those queer, fluid, those are mental illnesses. Those are fixations you have in your mind which aren't real. And when it comes to pronouns, I'll be very straightforward here. This was a debate which was very popular 6 years ago with Jordan Peterson, the famous Canadian psychologist, who I don't think is a very good example of mental strength and masculinity. Because I'll tell you why. Because he cries every single interview he makes. He does, sorry. He cries every single interview where you see Jordan Peterson, he's crying. How is that masculinity? Crying all the time. That's femininity. Or that's weakness. At least it portrays weakness, in my opinion. So that's not he says good things, in my opinion. I maybe even agree with most of them, but he doesn't display an image of strength. Let's be totally honest here. That's why people young teenage boys prefer Andrew Tate over Jordan Peterson. And when it comes to masculinity, probably also I do the same thing, even though I don't follow either a lot. But when it comes to the other people, Jordan Peterson said that your feelings do not dictate the outcome of my decisions regarding the vocabulary used. That's what I would say. That's what more or less he said. So when it comes to pronouns, my opinion is this. Your feelings do not dictate the outcome of my decision regarding the vocabulary I use to talk. I will call you with he because you are a man. I don't care your transition, and I don't care you think you're they. You're he, in my opinion. And freedom of speech is real. I'm not insulting you. I just feel like that's the way I should call you. Because then with pronouns, I can invent my pronouns and say, my pronouns are I love. What they're gonna do? Call me with I love? I love? No. So this is very simply my opinion. But the queer, those are mental illnesses. Those people are genuinely sick. Those people have been brainwashed and indoctrinated. And let me say this, I am wholeheartedly against pushing sexuality in schools. We shouldn't teach LGBTQ in schools. Absolutely and utterly not. Inversely and concurrently, I am also against, I wouldn't even teach religion in school, which is very interesting coming from a Christian. I think we shouldn't teach religion and sexuality. We shouldn't teach either of them. Let people grow and let people become who they want to become. But if it is between the Bible and LGBTQ, it's the Bible all day long. Because the Bible pushes healthy values. Sexual degeneracy and sexuality in elementary school ain't good. Shouldn't be taught. Children shouldn't know about being gay. Why should a 6-year-old know about being gay? Who cares? A 6-year-old will not have sex. Unless it's because of rape and pedophilia and those sorts of things. Let's talk about civil rights as a whole and people's rights. This is a very complex issue and the left uses it a lot. This is a left-wing issue. And if you watch the last videos I made, I basically went from nationalistic, patriotic, unapologetic rhetoric to merciful, far-left lunacy. No, I'm joking. I'm exaggerating both sides. When it comes to civil rights, that's an interesting topic. I am in favor of rights. I think gays should have the same rights. I think gays should vote. They should. I think women should vote, even though I said they shouldn't in the title, ironically, of course. But you can be gay and not be a degenerate. Very simply. And same thing with heterosexuality. If you go out and you are a degenerate, I don't support that. I support your right to have sex with whomever you want. Very simply. It's a very simple position. It's a very balanced position. Same thing with lesbians. And civil rights has become bad. And it has become degenerate. Because before you think about women really fighting and blacks and the I have a dream speech. And those are all great things. But now you see what this has become. And it has become degenerates, flooding the streets, showing off penises, vaginas, naked bodies. That's not empowering, that's not strength, that's degeneracy. Okay, that's degeneracy. Whether you like this or not, this is just degeneracy. Let's just be totally honest, this is degeneracy. Before it used to be fighting for rights and fighting not to be ostracized. Now it's become degeneracy. So civil rights as a whole has fallen. This is my opinion. Very simply, and it's sad. But I believe, and I genuinely want some of you to talk about this, I believe there is a very big part of left-wingers or in general civil rights people who are now like, especially gays, lesbians, and bisexuals, we fought for something else. We fought for us to be recognized and seen as humans and not criminals. And they fought for gayness, not to be seen as a mental illness. We didn't fight for you to be stupid and make money off of brainwashing children by displaying your penis in broad daylight. And let me know if this is true. I want to know this from people like you, gays, lesbians, bisexuals, who are invested in this topic and are invested in this topic because you're gay, and now you see what's happening. I think you have the same ideas I have. But the problem is that we have those people who have been brainwashed. And this is degeneracy. Like, as I said, displaying your penis and vagina in front of thousands, that's degeneracy. In front of children, that's degeneracy. Okay, that should not be allowed. That should not be an example. What they did in the ceremony of the Paris Olympics, that's blasphemy. Blasphemy. Unlike we had never seen before. I hope you enjoyed this video, because I think I talked about everything I wanted to talk about. I decided to make this video and to make it about this topic because of my t-shirt. I thank all of you for the attention and for being here. And let me know your thoughts. I'm genuinely curious. I just want to finish off by saying, irrespective of your sexuality, gender, ideology, race, I love you. Because as the 1 Corinthians 13:8 says, love never fails. And love is always the solution, and forgiveness. But it needs to be just. There needs to be justice. So if you're gay, I'm not going to discriminate you. I'm not homophobic. I don't care about labels, as we said in the last video. But don't worry. I love you all, and be successful. Be the most successful gay person there could be. And that's my message. So I love you all, irrespective of your gender. You can be gay, lesbian, bisexual, heterosexual, asexual. You can be Jewish, white, black, whatever. And you can be a man or a woman. I'll still cheer for you. And as long as you respect me, respect you. So that's my message for you. And see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.